while again, we talked about this yesterday, there's well, the rules are a little bit lax. I still do believe though we need a little more testimony with regard to that too. So that I can watch anything or listen to anything that the state is requesting. It looks like the motion, which we haven't gone through it all, this is just a request for a bond. Mr. Blewett again is on probation for evading arrest or detention with the use of a motor vehicle. That was an 8-year deferred probation. He was placed on that September 13th of 2023. And the bond currently is set at $800,000. No. The bond in the new cases, there's an aggravated assault. And that case has an $800,000 bond.
Right, if I may.
There's no bond in the motion to adjudicate.
It's not been set yet.
Correct.
Right,
Okay.
the court's, our belief was a bond was not going to be set in the NTRP case till Mr. Blewett placed himself in custody. He did that, and I believe basically simultaneously, we also filed the request for the bond to be set, and then the court set us for this hearing.
Okay.
So we're asking for the bond to be set in the NTRP. We're asking through our writ in the new indictment for that bond to be set at a reasonable.
To reduce that bond.
Yes.
Okay. And the state filed a reply, and I have that and have reviewed it. And so this time, Mr. Coleman, does the state have a witness?
Yes, Your Honor. State calls Shayla Rawls.
Shayla Rawls. Excuse me, y'all. Good afternoon, ma'am. Could you please raise your right hand? Do you swear from the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Thank you. You can have a seat. Yes, sir.
Mr. Rawls, thanks for being here this afternoon. Your testimony, quite honestly, will be brief. We just need you to authenticate or sponsor this 911 call that is on this USB drive that I am marking as State's Exhibit number 1. This court has heard testimony in other cases about the reliability, may I approach them?
Yes, you may.
Of the recording equipment there at dispatch, so I'm not going to go into that. But have you found the recording equipment there at the 911 dispatch to be reliable yourself?
Yes, sir.
And it works essentially automatically when the emergency call comes in. Right?
Yes, sir.
And do you have any reason to believe that back on February the 1st of this year in the early morning hours, that equipment was not properly operating?
He was working.
Okay. And you've had an opportunity to listen to State's Exhibit number 1, correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have any reason to believe that State's Exhibit number 1 is not a fair and accurate copy of the emergency phone call that was made in this case back on in the early morning hours of February the 1st of 2026?
No, sir.
Okay. Now, in the interest of clarity and full disclosure, this is just a snippet of that 911 call. It's on this USB drive, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But nevertheless, albeit it's still a fair and accurate snippet of that 911 call.
Yes, sir.
Judge, state offer states, well, no, I'm not going to offer anything. That's all the questions I have for this witness, Judge.
All right, Mr. Kelly, any questions?
It's not a cross-examination, but ma'am, I guess it operates the same way, ma'am, or this witness.
Yeah, sure.
Ms. Rawls, when did you listen to the exhibit that Mr. Coleman just passed me, State's Exhibit number 1?
Yesterday.
It's true.
Yes, sir.
You weren't the dispatcher that took that phone call?
No, sir.
Thank you.
All right, anything else?
No, Your Honor.
Anything else, Mr.
No,
Kelly?
Judge.
Any objection to Ms. Blewett being excused?
No, Judge.
Thank you, ma'am. You may call your next witness.
State calls Thomas Markham.
Thomas Markham.
Thomas.
Good afternoon, sir.
How are you?
Please raise your right hand.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, sir. You can have a seat. You'll just kind of pull that microphone over, make sure we can all hear you. You may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Officer Markham, would you please state your full name for the record?
Thomas Cason Markham.
And Officer Markham, I just need brief testimony from you to authenticate or sponsor the 911 call that was made in this case. You had an opportunity to review this 911 call, correct?
Yes, sir.
Well, no, I take that back. That was the previous witness, the 911 call. You were equipped with body worn camera equipment the day that you made that you arrived on scene in this particular case, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and that body worn camera, did it capture the individuals in the events as they occurred or transpired there on at the scene in this particular case?
Yes, sir.
Any reason to believe that your body worn camera was not operating properly?
No, sir.
You as the operator properly operated?
Yes, sir.
You've had an opportunity to review State's Exhibit number 1, this USB drive that I'm holding.
I have.
May I approach the witness, Judge?
What was the 911?
It's all on State's 1.
Okay,
They're spliced together, little snippets of it,
okay,
which is why I'm proving it up the way I'm proving it.
okay.
You had an opportunity to review State's Exhibit number 1 as indicated by your initials here, correct?
Yes, sir.
While it is just a portion of the larger body cam video, nonetheless, is it a fair and accurate portion of that body cam camera?
Yes, sir.
No operations, no deletions.
No.
Your Honor, that's all the questions I have for this particular witness.
Can you just, and I might have missed it, go back to the date of all of that, make sure.
Judge, it was, I think it happened.
I don't know the question of him.
February the 1st of 2026 in the early morning hours. I do believe that 911 call could have come in just before it rolled over into.
No, just for authentication of
Okay.
when he was there and where this took place. I think it's important.
Yes, ma'am. The location that you responded to that day, do you have that there in front of you on your report? Did you look at your report?
I do not. It's on South 7th Street, though.
Here,
I believe 2955.
would it help to refresh your recollection if I showed you a copy of your report?
Yes, sir.
All right.
And he did give the address.
Okay. There you go. I mean, the address should be in there somewhere.
Yeah.
What was that address?
2955 South 7th Street. It's around 12:30 a.m.
That's all I have for this witness.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly.
I'd like to dire the witness, but I don't know if the state intends to ask further questions of this witness after the video comes in, or how the court would require me to reserve my cross. I doubt the court would
I
stop
don't,
me from recalling him if we need
no,
to.
we can keep them if you need to. I think the state's position is that without testimony, it's just for me to watch the video itself. So if you have questions, you can go ahead and ask those
Thank you,
questions.
Judge. Officer Markham, good afternoon. Can you identify all of the people contained in this video?
Yes, sir. I could.
What are their names?
There is Alondra Cantu, Dandre Blue. I guess I can't remember their daughter's name, but all the officers on scene, I know them.
Who are the other officers?
Officer Robinson, Barnett, Stevenson, Nix, Jansen, Sergeant Froman showed up as well.
Okay. Are there any other people on this video who are visibly, you can see them or hear them that you did not identify?
Yes, it was
Okay. Thank you, officer.
Dandre's friend.
I have no further questions. That's yours.
All right, any objection to Officer Markham being excused?
I'd like him to stick by unless he's got a shift to get back to. I'm sure he-
This won't take long if you'll just wait outside just for a few minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
State calls Joshua Robinson. It's actually Robinson, I believe.
Okay,
That in the end. We'll clear that up.
okay. Good afternoon, sir. You'll please raise your right hand. Do you swear or affirm the testimony you're going to give in this hearing will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Thank you, sir. You can have a seat. You may proceed.
Would you please state your full name for the record?
Joshua Caleb Robinson,
And that's Robinson with no N, right?
just one at the end.
Just one at the end, okay. And I just need some brief testimony from you about your body worn camera from the call that you made back on February the 1st of 2026, when you were dispatched to 2955 South 7th Street in Beaumont. Your body worn camera, was it properly operating that day?
Yes, sir.
You as the operator, you're certainly capable of properly operating that equipment.
Yes.
The events that transpired and that you observed when you made the scene that day, were they captured on that body worn camera?
Yes.
And may I push with Mr.
You may.
And you had an opportunity to review State's Exhibit number 1, right?
Yes.
And I'm running out of real estate here, but there's a post-it note or portion of a post-it note on here that has your initials and a date on it, right?
Yes.
What does that signify?
That I have reviewed it and verified with my.
And
Speak up, I'm sorry. Sir, can you speak up?
That I have reviewed it and initialed it.
Thank you.
And in your review, and I've made the court aware that this is just a portion of the overall video, but in your review of that portion of your video, was it a true and accurate copy that appeared to be unaltered or no deletions made, but other than it being, kind of just a portion of it selected? Did it appear to be altered in any other way?
It did not appear to be altered.
Okay. Now, at this time, I would offer State's Exhibit number 1.
Any objection?
My question is witness.
You may.
Thank you. Officer Robinson, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
You watched this video and listened to this audio today or yesterday?
Today.
About how long ago?
Very recently.
Okay, within the last hour.
Yes.
Okay. Can you identify all of the voices and people on this video?
As far as the officers.
Can you identify every person and every voice that's contained in this video?
No.
That's what you're saying.
State officer states 1, Judge.
Objective states 1 judge only. The state has laid a proper foundation even under the relaxed rules of this hearing.
It's never necessary for the witness to identify each and every voice that's on the recording, Judge.
Overruled. States 1 is admitted.
May this witness be excused.
Any objection to Officer Robinson being excused?
Again, I expect that the rest of this to be brief. If he wouldn't mind sticking around for a moment, just to be sure.
Sure, sir. If you'll just step outside for a minute, we might need you to come back in. We'll let you know as soon as we know.
Yes,
We
sir.
won't take long.
Thank you, officer.
Commissioner Buster.
Yes, sir.
You got some more practice on the door? You make it. See my mom in the car, crying. No, do you know the address? No. No? Okay. How many people are there? Two people in my mom is crying. Your mom crying? My mom was, yes, and I was my room. Okay. You don't know the address? No, we don't know it. I'm gonna do. We have a house and that's the auto window. So this is like everything. No boys or one boy, and I played a boy. I have a boy. Thought someone was done? No, I didn't grab it for us. No, you did grab it. You thought someone was done? Yes, and it's trying to kill my mama, but my mama said, keep saying, please. I don't want to, I'm crying, and I want somebody to take care of it. My mama's friend and her dad take care of me for the friend to take care of me. And I think because I'm used to my mom, so I pray, you know. So I'm just like, keep quiet. You know me?
Yeah. Well, baby Jean. How old are you again? How old are you again? Okay, you're doing a very good job calling this in, okay? Well, listen, I have some help that's gonna come. Do you live in an apartment or do you live in like a house?
I live in a house.
Is it a house? Okay, and you, okay. And so you did see someone that had a gun, right? One of the boys had a gun?
It's a boy.
The boy, okay.
He's like a teacher. He has had it in my father's home, but trying to stop it.
Okay.
And the boy is so killed me, but I don't want to get killed.
Right, I know, okay. So, and the boy that has the gun, is he like a black man or a white boy or? Can you tell us?
He's a black man.
He's a black man, okay. Can you tell me what color shirt he has on?
Right. No, he's trying to go.
Okay, so the one with the white shirt, the one with the white shirt, what color is his pants? Yeah, the one with the white shirt on, what color is his pants? I can hear, I can hear, but listen to me. The one with the gun, the white shirt, what color is his pants? What a belt? Is it like a long gun or a short gun? Is it like a long gun or a short gun? Police house, like a shotgun? Okay. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, so then the other guy that's there, is he, he's a black man too? What color shirt, what color is his shirt and pants?
Hands up now.
I'm serious.
You come through me now.
I'm good.
Keep your hands ready to be seen. What's going on in here?
It's commotions. It's commotion.
I see. Drop your cigarette. You're gonna be detained. Drop it.
Everybody back on. Let's go.
We got one at town. I ain't got this. Let's go. Somebody in there got a gun? Yeah. Somebody in there got a gun? Did somebody have a gun in there?
Oh.
Yeah, the front. Yes, sir. Hands all in. There's a gun in there. There we go. I'm still here fighting, and here we gotta go. That's a false engine. Police department, off him right now. Put your hands up. I see that gun. Put your hands up. Motherfucker, walk to me or you're gonna get shot and killed. Walk towards me now. Who else is in there? Who else is in there, ma'am? Stand by. He was on top of the gun. Is he secure? He's secure the gun? Oh, no. Police department, you want us in here?
No, that's so.
Where do you throw the gun, man? I just saw him throw it.
I know the guy. I don't know. Dad, he just kind of like, just kind of got really aggressive.
Yeah.
get really aggressive with me. And I'm just like, hey, like, he got his friend on him. He got his friend on him, right?
Yeah.
And I told him, I was like, hey, like, you know, like, man, let's do that. Like, you know, and he just kind of like, he started putting it down on me, and he was like, no, like, what's going on? Issue.
Okay, but look, at some point he pulled the gun out and started
He
hitting
did
you.
after the fact.
Was he,
Whatever
did he
I
hit you?
said. When I walked in the door,
I saw him hold.
he had the gun to my face,
Okay.
to my fucking neck, which is on my neck. I was like,
Search your gun. Right.
right on the trailer.
Yeah, come on, sit up. Well, there.
Nelly? Okay, I want somebody else to phone. What is, Mom, what is your name?
When D had came over here with him, I don't know what they had came over here and they was like, let me get dressed. That's the reason why he had to the white, button up. And that's the reason why, D had on the, what is it?
I couldn't see under his jacket.
No, D,
Yeah, he was on his
he
jacket.
had, like a plaid, kind of like a plaid shirt. He had a plaid.
Were they going out tonight?
Yes, they were. I don't know where he was going, but they was going somewhere.
It's a good thing I didn't drive.
Yeah, and that's the reason where everything kind of happened from there.
Yeah, I miss her truth.
Huh?
He got a little out of hand tonight.
I don't know who the, I've known Dre, Andre, whatever y'all call him.
That was this Andre.
Dre, whatever y'all call him. We call him Dre. It's called, I'm sorry, but we call him Dre. And I've known him for years.
Stay has nothing for it.
All right, thank you, Mr. Coleman. Mr. Kelly, do you have any witnesses?
We don't have any further witnesses other than to remind the court that we called Miss Stella yesterday.
Yes, so can we allow Officer Markham and Robinson to leave at this
Yes,
point? If you'll let the officers know that they are free to go. And Ms. Stelly, the probation officer testified yesterday. And so no other witnesses, then so the allegations in the motion all stem around this yeah, all stem from this episode on February 1st. So Mr. Kelly, I guess argument with regard to bond.
Yes, Judge, thank you very much. I don't think the court can identify a single person by name in the video that the court just watched. So I don't know who the person was that walked out on the driveway that was detained. I don't know who the person was that was detained by the officer second. I haven't heard a single name. I don't know who did what. I don't know what offense is being alleged.
Hold on a second. Tell them not to go. And Mr. Coleman, I know the state is attempting to be as brief and expeditious as possible. I do think it would be very helpful to have further information and testimony other than just a video. Obviously something happened. I'm not sure. It appears to me that I can tell who's who just based on visual, but I think it would be very helpful if there was at least some testimony with regard to identification.
Yes, Judge, I would
At
point
this
out,
point, the hearing shifts from legal arguments to something much more important: whether the evidence presented is reliable enough for the judge to consider. The defense challenges the identification of the people shown in the videos, while the prosecution carefully authenticates every piece of evidence through multiple witnesses. Even though this isn't the actual trial, these procedural steps matter because the judge cannot make a fair decision without trustworthy evidence. Notice how Judge Raquel West refuses to rush the process, asking additional questions whenever something isn't completely clear. That's an important reminder that even during bond hearings, accuracy and due process remain essential parts of the justice system. What do you think? Should judges require this level of proof before making bond decisions?
I would point out that the 911 caller said that the mom's name was Alondra King.
I'm talking about which of the two men are which. So in one of those officers, do you believe that they would be able to testify as to the identification?
Oh, I'm sure they identified the person they took into custody, yes.
Okay. Which one would you like to call? That?
Markham, could I have just 1 minute, Judge, please?
Yeah,
Thank you. Let's step out just for.
yeah, sure. I'll take a short break. The state has rested with regard to the bond hearing. I want more information. I think I'm entitled to ask that legally and get some more information with regard to really specifically identification of the person that was in the house on top of the victim or the complaining witness when that door was open. I need to know just a better identification. Mr. Coleman.
We'd ask to recall Joshua Robinson.
All right, if we'll get Officer Robinson, please. You can go ahead and have a seat, sir. You're still under oath. And thank you for coming back in.
Yes, Judge.
Officer Robinson, the individual depicted here in this video is about to walk out or be ordered out of this residence here. Who is that individual? Later identified to be.
Dandre Blue,
And do you have a date of birth for this individual?
10/21/1994.
I think that's all the questions I have.
Thank you. Mr. Kelly, any follow-up?
No, Judge, thank you.
Thank you again, sir.
Yeah, I'd also like to recall Officer Thomas Markham.
Okay, let's get Officer Markham as well, please. You can have a seat again, sir. Thank you for coming back up. You're still under oath. You may proceed.
Officer Markham, this individual depicted in this video being ordered out of this residence, was he later identified?
Yes, sir.
And who was he identified to be?
Dandre Blewett.
Do you have a date of birth for Dandre Blue?
I don't recall it.
Would it help to refer to your report?
It would.
Now, question, please.
Yes, sir.
Dandre Blewett, 10/21/94.
And I'd also ask you to identify this female subject in this video as well. Was she identified?
Yes, sir. I identified her.
Who was she identified to be?
Alondra Cantu, 9/19/96.
That's her date of birth?
Yes, sir.
That's all the questions.
All right. Any questions of this
Oh.
witness?
Yes, Judge. Mr. Coleman, would you mind leaving that up?
Back push more upstairs. Of course, well, you may need that, so.
Officer, the gentleman that you're looking at in this video, he came out of that house with his hands up. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a firearm on him
Not at this
at
time.
this point right here?
No, sir.
Okay. Are you the officer that physically made the arrest of this gentleman?
I didn't physically place him in hand restraints. No, sir.
Do you know who did?
It's Officer Barnett.
Okay. Is Officer Barnett clearly not visible in this?
He will be here.
He will be?
I think that's his hand right there at the bottom right.
In the shadow?
Yes, sir.
In the bottom right corner? Okay. Do you recall if this gentleman resisted arrest in any way?
I don't believe he resisted in any
fact,
way.
I'm sorry to interrupt you. He wasn't charged with resisting arrest.
No, sir.
Okay. Was he violent in any way with the officers?
No, sir.
Was he compliant in just about every way when the arrest was made?
Yes, sir.
When he was taken to the ground, sorry, that's a loaded term. When he was on the ground, did he threaten you or any other officers in any way?
No, sir.
Thank you, officer, very much. Thank you.
Anything else?
Noted.
Thank you again, and you are excused this time.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, let's kind of start over then with the argument, Mr. Kelly.
Thank you, Your Honor. I would start with yesterday, going back to Miss Stelly's testimony. She told the court that Mr. Blewett and, at the risk of always being accused of being the nitpicky guy, there still hasn't been an identification of, are these the same people? And I'm not trying to be casual or funny about that, but there's an $800,000 bond and a no bond. And I think that
Mr. Blewett identified himself today to me.
Okay.
The officers have identified him by his date of birth, which is also listed on the indictments and on the motion, some of that documentation. I don't think that there is any legal issue at this point, in my opinion, with regard to identification of your client who's here in custody today and being the same person that was on video and identified by the officers.
Understood. As to Ms. Stelly's testimony, I believe it could be summarized as prior to this date, and I'm not making light of this date, but during his time on probation, he has been successful. He hasn't missed appointments. He has not tested positive for what I don't recall every substance that she mentioned, but there haven't been any positive tests. And I think if there had been, they would be in the state's first amended motion. One of the things that was something I had never heard before was that she was shocked, I think, that Mr. Blewett had been arrested for this offense. I don't know what to make of that, but to say that I hadn't heard that before. So Ms. Stelly is the person that spends a lot of time with Mr. Blewett, and I think that's not for nothing. One of the things that was curious, and I know this is a hearing requesting bonds, but it is also because of its evidentiary nature, at least somewhat of a referendum on the motion itself. One of the accusations in there is that he didn't report his arrest. Ms. Stelly said that he did. As soon as he was able to. I guess the state standard is that she should have been the first phone call from jail. And if that's the court standard, then that's the court standard too. But I suppose if I were in that position, my first phone call would have been to my dad also. But there's a curious disconnect between what's in the motion and what is in Ms. Stelly's testimony that's in the record. What we are asking for, Your Honor, and I would also add, I think that there is a protective order in place, and that's normal and customary in this kind of case. I think that has already taken effect. So Mr. Blewett is to be released in addition to all the things I can imagine that the court would make necessary, probably restricted curfew and ankle monitors and those things. In addition to any bond condition under the new indictment, there's also a protective order that would make any contact with Ms. Cantu an additional felony, if I'm not mistaken about that. So we're asking for a bond to be set in the MTRP. Court is aware that Mr. Blewett is on deferred adjudication. I know that there are certain circumstances that render that so-called entitlement to a bond ineffective. We're also asking that the bond in the new indictment be lowered from $800,000. And what we're asking for is bonds that total $100,000. That is a bond that he can make. The no bond in the MTRP case kind of confuses the issue, but I would say if we were just looking at the new indictment by itself, the evidence for the fact that he can't make that bond is the fact that he has been in jail for these 2 weeks on an $800,000 bond. So I would submit that as our evidence that they are beyond his ability to make, and they are doing more at this point than is necessary to require his presence in court. In the time that I have been on this case, I have had numerous conversations with him. I have had numerous conversations with his family. Mr. Blewett turned himself in on the MTRP warrant per my advice, so that the court didn't have to ask, well, how did we come get you? He did this the right way under those circumstances. So I'd say that to tell the court that there is not an issue about whether or not we're going to be here. I suppose for the trial of the new indictment, I don't know which order the court will want to do that in. I know also under the code that the court is looking at right now, it's not just can he make the bond. I get that. The court also has to look out for the safety of the alleged complaining witness in the community. I think there are enough safeguards that the court can place on him at this point to make sure that that's not an issue. So we're asking for bonds totaling, in both cases, $100,000.
Thank you, Mr. Kelly. Mr. Coleman.
Yeah, I'll be brief. Mr. Kelly referenced Ms. Staley's testimony with regard to her saying that she was shocked. I'd like to piggyback on that, Judge, and say shock is the right word. This video is shocking. Can you imagine that 7-year-old, how terrorized she was having to make that phone call with a mom with a gun being pointed at her? I'd ask, Your Honor, that I would submit that an $800,000 bond on the new case is appropriate under the circumstances, given the nature of this alleged allegation. And I would ask for a bond, if the court is inclined to set a bond on the MTRP, that is commensurate with the $800,000, given the nature, the shocking nature of what you just saw on this video, Judge. Thank you.
Let me check something real quick, if you don't mind. You just had mentioned the protective order, Mr. Kelly, and I wanted to, it was an emergency protective order, which is only valid up to, I think, 60 or 61 days. It's kind of written a weird way, but hold on, never mind. The deadly weapon was used, so it's 91st day. So it's a 90-day emergency protective order. It's not one that's, 1 year or anything like that. So we've got 90 days from February 1st. It looks like that date would be June 1st, 2026 with regard to the violation of the protective order and the length of time that it's valid. And so obviously the circumstances surrounding this new allegation are, for lack of a new word, shocking. And everybody agrees, it looks like, Mr. Blewett, that you were doing well. This is just a bond hearing. I'm not going to get into whether or not allegations are true or not. I'm able to take all of it into consideration under 17.15, the nature of the underlying offense, protection of everyone and things like that. The fact that you're already on a felony probation changes things, in my opinion, substantially. So you're on a felony probation, and obviously there's something going on that's very concerning with the firearm, and Miss Cantu that night with the 7-year-old in the house. You know, I mean, surely you listening to that video made you feel, hopefully, just as awful as it made the rest of us feel, including your family that's here that saw and heard what was going on that night. I'm going to, in the MTRP case, which is cause number 21-37809. I am going to, it is a deferred probation. There are some limited times when a no bond is warranted. I'm not going to no bond it. I am going to set the bond in that case at $500,000. I will go over conditions of each of these bonds shortly. And the aggravated assault new charge, which is cause number 26 DCCR 0362. At this time, I am going to deny. Well, actually, I'm going to do this. I'm going to, that was filed as a writ. I'm going to grant relief in that case. I'm going to set the bond in that case also at $500,000. Condition of both of these bonds, if made, will be that you will be on house arrest. You will be required to wear a GPS monitoring device and have absolutely no contact or communication with Alondra Cantu. My intention, based on the nature of the underlying offense and the new allegation, would be, if it's going to be a trial, to go forward with a trial first. On the new aggravated assault case. I'll set this very shortly for an announcement on both cases.
The emotional weight of this hearing becomes impossible to ignore. Prosecutors argue that a terrified 7-year-old child was forced to call 911 while witnessing a frightening situation involving a firearm. Meanwhile, the defense points to the defendant's positive probation history, his cooperation with authorities, and his decision to surrender voluntarily. Judge Raquel West now faces the difficult responsibility of balancing two competing interests, protecting the community while also respecting the defendant's legal rights before trial. It's a reminder that bond hearings aren't about deciding guilt or innocence. They're about assessing risk, public safety, and ensuring the defendant returns to court. Which factor do you believe should carry the most weight in a case like this?
Cases, and as soon as everybody's completed discovery and there's a rejection, then we can go forward with the trial at the earliest opportunity. Anything else as far as conditions, Mr. Coleman, that you think would be helpful?
No, John.
Okay. What was the name of do you have the name of the other gentleman that was there that night? Oh, wait, it's in the
It's in
motion.
the NTRP.
So also, in addition to having no contact or communication with Alondra Cantu, you're also ordered to have no contact or communication with Mr. Daniel Clark. And both of those, obviously, that means in person if you are released, but it also means any type of communication, sending messages through other people, sending messages on by electronic means. If you're still in the jail, sending messages through that system, that's like the email system. Anything like that will be a violation of your bonds, and we'll be back in here. And at that point, it would be very easy to determine that, in fact, no bonds would be something that would be required. So again, we'll get that set. I used the wrong number. Thank you, ma'am. So in the evading, I did. So the cause number in the motion to revoke, which is the evading underlying offense, it's 22-41150. And in that case, again, I'll grant that motion to set the bond at 500,000 with the same conditions that I've already discussed. Thank you, ma'am. All right. Thank you, everyone, for being here, and we will be adjourned.
Thank you. All rise.